Hello viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is MD Saiful Islam and assistant teacher of Polygadu High School, running Nogan, and you are most welcome in my Saiful English Academy again. Children's, those students who are very weak in English, who think English as art subject still today, who can't pronounce any words accurately, who can't do spelling any words correctly, who can change the voice from active to passive, who can change narration from direct to indirect, who can form various kinds of tech question, who are unable to select various kinds of sentences, various kinds of parts of it, various kinds of syllable, and who have various kinds of problems in English grammar. Besides, there are some students in a country who are very weak in English and can't learn English in a renowned coaching center for their financial problem. Only for the students, I want to dedicate my video classes so that they can remove, they can be perfect and can remove all the weakness about English. With this purpose, various kinds of classes have been already uploaded in my YouTube channels. Of course, you know that my dear learners. And with the reference of my previous classes, today's class I have been present in front of you with a numerous mentoring class named Rules of Pronunciation. Rules of Pronunciation are big sound of R in British English. British English. So, my dear learners, now later take a look at the board and try to understand. My dear learners, in my previous classes, I was trying to teach you about the various kinds of rules of pronunciation. Of course, you know that, my dear learners, English is not our mother tongue. English is an international language, and English is a foreign language, and Bengali is our mother tongue. So, my dear learners, according to the concepts of various kinds of experts of pronunciation, we can see that, my dear learners, if you practice more and more and try to say any words frequently at the side of pronunciation must be clear one way. So in this concept, according to this concept, I'm trying to remove all the weakness about pronunciation, and I'm trying to make various kinds of videos about pronunciation. So, my dear learners, hope that you'll be connected with me and you watch my every video classes seriously, beautifully, and if you do so, inshallah, I hope that all and the weakness about the pronunciation of English must be removed. So, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. Today's class, I have written some rules about the rules of pronunciation sounds of our lecture in British English. In my previous classes, you were told that, my dear learners, are generally, or we can pronounce this lecture are are according to the culture of our Bengali culture. But according to the British English, they only pronounce this letter R. But according to the rules of American English, they only try pronounce this letter R. So, my dear learners, for the concept, for the problem of the pronunciation of letter today's have been present in front of you. So, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. First rule I have written in the board: if later are used at first of the any words, according to the rules of British English, you'll have to do the pronunciation or sounds of letter R. For the example, I have written some example, my dear learners. So, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. First letter I have written R-U-N, run, run. R-E-A-D, read. Next, R-E, reduce, reduce. Next, R-E-A, reader. Look at the board and try to understand. In my previous classes, you were told that, my dear learners, if letter R is used last of any words, such situation, at the situation, you have to silent sound of letter R. Hope that you have understood clearly. Next word, I'm trying to spelling and pronounce, my dear learners, R-E, read, TRN translate. Ready translate. Of course, can you gauge my dear learners? Words level. Of course, tries level. Of course, try level. And we'll have to pronounce this word three times. Ready translate. Ready translate. R H and Rahim. Rahima. Rahima. Next word Reach. Reach. Next word R-A-N-G, wrong, P-U-R, for, wrong, for. In this case, the sounds of R must be silent, of course, which was discussed in my previous class. Next, R-U-L-E, rule. Role. Of course, you know that, my dear learners, hope that you have understood clearly. The first rule about the sounds of our in British English today's class have been written. If a letter is used starting of any word, at this sense, in this case, you'll have to do pronouns of this letter R. Hope that you have understood clearly. Next rule I have written. My dear learners, if letter R is used before any vowel, if letter R is used before any vowel, in this case you'll have to do the pronunciation of sounds of word. For the example, I have writing some examples on the board. So, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. First example, F-R-I-N-D, French, 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 F-R-I-E-N-D, friend, S-S-I, fish, ship, friendship, F-R-W, free, free, F-R-W, free, G-O-M, jump, free, jump, free, jump, F-R-I, fry, F-R-I, fry, G-A-Y-J, fry, J, which is discussion matter of my previous classes. Of course, you know that, my dear learners. Next word, G-R-E-I-T, great, great, great. G-E-R-R-I-B-L-E, cherry ball, cherry ball. F-E-B, Feb, R-E-R-Y-D, February, February. Hope that you have understood clearly. So, my dear learners, my second rule is that, my dear learners, when the letter R is used before any vowel. Of course, you know that how many letter we can call get your ratio of vowel. Of course, there are five letter A, E, I, O, U. In this five letters are called vowel. Of course, you know that, my dear learners, of that you have understood clearly. Next rule I have written in the book, my dear learners, if letter are used before any semi-vowel. Of course, you know that how many letters are called semi-vowel. In my previous classes, what chart, my dear learners, letter Y and double U. Two letters are called semi-vowels, and in this case, in this role, I'm trying to make you understand when letter are used and semi-vowel. That means before W and Y. In this sense, you'll have to do the pronunciation or sounds of letter R. For the example, I have written some example, my dear learners. So take a look at the board and try to understand. I have written my example P R A Y, pray, pray. CARRY, 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 carry. BURY, bury, bury. MARY, Mary, Mary. FERRY, ferry, ferry. DRAW, 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 draw. FEB, February, February. CRY, 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 cry. GRAY, 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 gray. VERY, 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 very. Of the draw, you have understood clearly. Then, dear learners, I have written the next rule. When double R is used in the midst of any words, in this case, you'll have to pronounce or sounds of next R and first R must be silent. Sounds of R of first R must be silent. For the example, I have written some example, my dear learners. SORRY, sorry. MARRY, Mary, Mary. PARROT, 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 parrot. CARRY, carry, carry. Of that you have understood clearly. My dear learners, if you notice the consonant double R is used in the middle of any words, first letter R must be silent And second, the sound support must be journey. You have to burn medial learners. Of that you have understood clearly. Next example, I have written in the books, my dear learners, when a lecture arm is used after double U. After double U, in this sense, you have to do pronunciation or sounds of lecture are. For the example, I have written some example in the board. So, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. I have written first lecture, first word, WRIT, right. WRIT, right. WRONG, wrong, wrong. WRH, raised. WRH, raised. WRAP, rap, rap. WREST, rest. But mind that, my dear learners, in this case, the sounds of W must be silent. In this case, the sounds of W must be silent when W and R two letters are used in any words and joined together. You'll have to do the silent sounds of W must be silent. Mind it, my dear learners, of that you have understood clearly. Next one, take a look at the board and try to understand, my dear learners. I have written, according to the rules of correct pronunciation in British English, I have written, my dear learners, when letter R is used before H letter, before H letter, you will have to do pronunciation or sounds of letter R. For the example, I have written some example in the board. So, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. RHYME, rhyme, rhyme. RHYM, rhymed, rhymed, rhymed. RHYGSM, rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. But mind it, you have to mind that, my dear learners, when the letter R and S is used joined together, the sounds of letter S must be silent, must be silent. Of that, you have understood clearly. Take a look at the board and try to understand the another rule. I have written in the boards, if sorry, when before any vowel sound a letter is used, before any kinds of vowel sounds a letter is used, you'll have to do pronunciation of sounds, such kinds of are lecture. So for the example, I have written two examples, my dear learners. Take a look at the do board and try to understand. Mr. Azir is my English teacher. English teacher. Mind it, my dear learners. Mr. Asir is my English teacher. Teacher. In this case, this letter, this word is used at the last of the statement and last of this sentence. And according to the rules of my previous classes, you were told that, my dear learners, if any letter is used before any punctuation, and at the sounds of a letter must be silent. But look at the board and try to understand the second example, my dear learners. My English teacher is here. I have written, my dear learners. This word is possessed a letter at the last of this word, but after this, vowel sound must be existent. So, my dear learners, according to the rules, in this sense, you'll have to pronounce this word not teacher. Here, the pronouns of this word teacher, teacher, teacher. But in here, you'll have to pronounce this word teacher, 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 because and this word is used before the vowel sound, before the vowel sound. For this reason, according to the rules of correct pronunciation of British English, you have to pronounce this word not teacher. You have to pronounce this word teacher. Teacher is my English teacher is very smart, very smart. Hope that you have understood clearly. My dear learners, today's class, I don't want to learn in my today's class, but before finishing today's class, I want to share something new. My dear learners, of course, you know that I'm a new teacher or new tutor in my YouTube channel, and at the time of my making various kinds of videos classes, I'm trying to use English conversation. So, my dear learners, at first, I want to apologize to you if you notice any further mistakes in the midst of my video classes. Please excuse me, and I'm afraid to admit to all for me so that I can serve you in this way from my video classes for my life. So, my dear viewers, no more Today, come to see you again with a new argument, a new class. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.